wonder if like one tiny little action could like unravel a whole civilization.
No.
That's what we're diving into with Six and Lou's The Three-Body Problem.
Oh, cool.
It's a sci-fi epic, first contact, crazy physics.
Right.
That chilling realization that things can go way, way wrong.
Yeah.
Imagine a civilization light years ahead of us, right,
Yeah.
bud?
Okay.
They're stuck on a planet, 3 suns.
Whoa.
That's the Trisloran civilization. They're constantly struggling to survive in this totally chaotic 3-body system.
Yeah, the three-body problem isn't just a cool title. It's actually a huge problem in astrophysics, like predicting the movement of 3 celestial bodies.
Right.
With their gravity, like, constantly messing with each other, it's basically impossible.
Well,
And the Trislerans, they're at the mercy of this cosmic chaos.
so even a bad day on Earth, like, that's nothing compared to what they're dealing with.
Exactly.
Okay, so enter Ye Wenjie. She's a scientist in China. And she's seen some things, kind of disillusioned.
Right.
And it's a pretty turbulent time in China.
Yeah.
Anyway, she figures out a way to send messages into space. And, well, as fate would have it, she gets a message back from the Trislorans.
Oh, wow.
Now, you'd think message from another civilization, everyone's going to be freaking out excited.
Right, right.
But here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
The Trislorans, they're not just looking for a friendly chat. They desperately need a new home.
Makes sense.
So their message is like this beacon of hope, a chance to escape their dying world.
Wow.
So Ye Wenjie, what does she do? She's got this message, this plea for help, essentially, from a civilization facing extinction. She answers it.
Wow. So just like that, she sets in motion this chain of events that's
Right.
going to impact both civilizations
Right.
in ways no one could have predicted. I mean, one person's actions having these unimaginable consequences. It's incredible.
It really is. It makes you think, like one person, shaped by their experiences, their worldview,
Right.
they can hold the fate of civilizations in their hands.
Crazy.
It's a lot. And it gets even more complex because on the Trisolaran side, we've got this low-ranking bureaucrat. He intercepts Ye Wenjie's initial message. So this bureaucrat, let's call him 1379, he's got his own stuff going on. He's anxious about the state of Trisolaran society.
Yeah.
And he reads Ye Wenjie's message. He sees parallels.
Yeah.
Like the flaws, the conflicts that plague his own people. He's seeing that reflected back at him.
Oh, wow. So he hits the panic button, warns everyone, Earth is gonna be trouble.
No, not quite. 1379, he's convinced that contact with humanity, that's just going to make Trisolaran's problems worse. So he does something incredibly risky. He sends a warning back to Earth.
Oh, wow.
He's telling us, don't reply.
Ooh.
2 individuals, right, worlds apart, driven by their own anxieties, perceptions.
Yeah.
And they make choices that'll have ramifications they can't even imagine. It's like cosmic chess with the fate of civilizations on the line.
High stakes. And just like chess, every move has consequences. The Trisolarans, they catch on to 1379 pretty quickly.
Of course, of course.
They arrest him. So they've got systems in place to catch these ribbon actions.
Right. But what about Earth? Surely someone noticed Ye Wenjie responding to the Trisolarans.
They did, but here's the thing about systems. Even ones that seem super secure, they're often a lot more vulnerable than we think.
Okay.
Ye Wenjie, even though she raises some eyebrows, she covers her tracks, she's committed, and that makes her dangerous.
2 individuals, 2 acts of defiance, 2 very different motivations, but both set in motion this chain of events that's going to change everything.
Wow.
Makes you wonder whose actions will have the bigger impact in the end.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing, right?
Totally.
These 2, they're like the linchpin.
Yeah.
The fate of 2 civilizations all right on them. It's intense.
Totally agree. And this is where the 3-body problem really digs deep. The Trisolarans, they get Ye Wenjie's message.
Right.
And they're all in on reaching Earth. It's not just about a new home anymore. They're coming to claim it.
So Ye Wenjie's message, it wasn't just, hey there, it was like...
An invitation.
With consequences, yeah.
Yeah.
Consequences she couldn't have even, grasped at that point.
Exactly. And here's the scary part. Humanity, we're clueless. For years, we have no idea about this threat that's heading our way. And that brings up another vulnerability with information.
Okay.
The danger of acting without having all the facts. Ye Wenjie, she saw the Trisolarans through, her own lens, her disillusionment, her hopes. but she didn't really know them.
It's like, be careful what you wish for, but like a million times more intense, right? More like, be careful who you invite to take over Earth.
Exactly. Even with crazy technology, civilizations, they're vulnerable to the unknown, the unpredictable.
So back to our original question, can one person actually bring down a whole civilization? The three-body problem kind of feels like it's saying yes.
It really does.
But let's step outside the sci-fi for a second. What about our world? How do individual actions play out in the real world?
That's what makes this so relevant to us. Think about it, the digital age. One leaked document, a careless email, boom. Chain reaction, global corporations, people's lives, everything's affected.
It's true, we've seen it. Data breaches, misinformation, stuff online blowing up. It's like the butterfly effect, but digital.
Exactly. And just like in the book, the people involved, they might not even realize the chaos they're unleashing with a click, with a post.
It's kind of terrifying.
It is, but instead of freaking out, I think this knowledge is empowering.
Okay, how so? Aside from, throwing our phones in a lake and hiding, what can we actually do?
It starts with being aware. Our information footprint, what we read, what we share, our online security, thinking about the consequences of what we do online.
So we're not just scrolling and sharing without thinking.
Right. It's about realizing our choices. Even the little ones, they have an impact. We have a responsibility to get it, to understand the power of information.
And the potential danger.
Exactly.
Makes you think, huh?
It does.
We've gone from the edges of space to our everyday lives. The three-body problem, it really makes you question everything.
It really does hold a mirror up to us. So before we wrap up, what's the biggest takeaway for you from the book?
For me, it's that knowledge. It really is power. We're bombarded with information, right?
Yeah.
So being able to tell what's true, what's not, understanding why someone's telling us something, that's how we can actually make good decisions, responsible ones.
That's what Six and Lou's getting at, right?
Yeah.
Informational literacy, it's not just a good skill to have in the future he's showing us. It's, crucial.
Essential.
Ye Wenjie, 1379, they both had knowledge, right? But it was how they used it. And those choices, they had huge consequences.
More relevant than ever, Misinformation everywhere, information overload. It's easy to just want to tune it all out.
It is. But this book, it isn't about giving into that fear, apathy.
Right.
It's a call to action. We're not just along for the ride. We're active participants in this information age.
So we have to be informed. We have to engage with it. So we're leaving the three-body problem now. But what do you want our listeners to really take away from this whole deep dive?
Don't underestimate the power of a single thought, a single action, a single piece of information. Because even the smallest things, they can have huge ripple effects.
So true. Well, that's a pretty thought-provoking way to end this. To our listeners, keep asking those questions, stay curious, and we'll see you next time.